90-day fiancé couple Paul Stale and Karine Martins have gotten back together and were recently spotted by a fan at a surprising location. Paul is a 40-year-old man from Kentucky, while Karine is a 27-year-old from Brazil. They were first seen in 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 1. After meeting the young woman, who was barely in her 20s, online, Paul hid his criminal past from Karine. The couple got married while having trust issues and not knowing each other's language. They even welcomed 2 babies together, but lost custody to Pierre and Ethan soon after. Amid them fighting their custody battle, Karine claimed Paul was missing in her native Brazil in late August. She also posted a cryptic Instagram reel that made it look like Paul had died. However, a few days passed before Paul came forward to reveal what happened. Now, Reddit user Dwin12 has shared a photo showing that Paul is not only back in America, but also back together with Karine. Paul and Karine were pictured together at Disneyland in California. Since they are still fighting for the custody of their sons and going through the court system and CPS, Pierre and Ethan were seemingly not with the couple in the picture. What a couple of clowns. Enjoy Disney while your kids are in foster care, wrote Redditor Dark_Passenger86. To go to Disney when you don't have your kids is messed up, posted Nice_Dragon. When Paul returned to claim that he was never missing, and it was all a misunderstanding, he told Newsweek that while he and Karine were still married, they were no longer together. Paul mentioned they were trying to stay amicable just for the sake of their children. "We're just trying to make sure we have a good relationship so that in the future, we can have a good co-parenting relationship," Paul said. Paul no longer wanted their kids to deal with the toxicity of the arguments and the fighting in their relationship. He acknowledged that he and Karine did not get along. As per Paul, Karine had changed. She was no longer the same young girl that she used to be. Meanwhile, Paul has been linked to a young girl from Brazil since he started posting about her on Instagram. He sparked alleged dating rumors with 18-year-old Isabel Medeiros back in October 2022. He even asked his followers to follow Isabel on Instagram to get updates about him following his disappearance. However, Paul later clarified that he had not been dating Isabel, but had been talking to one of her family members instead. In that case, Paul now being photographed with Karine on what looks like a Disneyland trip suggests they are giving their marriage another chance, perhaps for the sake of their kids. Paul and Karine have not been a part of 90-Day Fiancé for a long time, but his disappearance scandal brought him back in the limelight recently, although he's been accused of pulling a publicity stunt.